Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of SmackDown. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, behind the commentary table. And as you can tell based on the capacity crowd chanting "Burn it down," Seth Rollins is here and he is kicking off SmackDown with a match against none other than Samoa Joe. A match that can main event any pay-per-view, and I am including WrestleMania in that conversation. Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, two of the greatest competitors to join WWE, coming from the independent circuit where they made their names, where they planted their feet into the ground as two of the best professional wrestlers on planet Earth. Samoa Joe, he's an incredible powerhouse with a lot of agility. Seth Rollins, he's an incredible technical wrestler with perhaps an even better high-flying acumen. Okay, Samoa Joe, he proved that he's one of the best here on SmackDown. On the last episode of SmackDown, when he beat Kofi Kingston to join the Money in the Bank ladder match following a hard-fought victory over Kofi Kingston. Will Samoa Joe get a victory over this man, Seth Rollins, who, on the last episode of SmackDown, suffered a loss alongside Roman Reigns? Not only that, but he was the man who was pinned in that match alongside Roman Reigns against none other than Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. However, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the club, which are going to be a key part in the main event of the evening, we got to get through this one. Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, they are ready for a fight. Seth Rollins, however, I don't know if he's coming into this one 100%. Okay, physically, he seems to be in peak condition, but mentally, Seth Rollins has hit this blockade. Following his loss against Adam Cole at WrestleMania in a match to determine who would leave the show the Universal Champion, it was Seth Rollins who lost. And ever since that loss, he has not been feeling himself as far as I can tell. Okay, we saw him lose at WrestleMania, like I said. We saw him lose in that tag team match last episode, like I said. He barely got any offense in last episode. However, Seth Rollins, he's coming into this one. He's ready for a fight against Samoa Joe, and he better be 100% mentally. He has to be here in a match against Samoa Joe if you want to survive a match with Samoa Joe. You can't be thinking about anything else. You can't be thinking about a loss. You can't be thinking about your family. You have to be thinking about Samoa Joe and what to do moving forward. And it seems as though Seth Rollins has decided to kick us off. Oh! With a collar and elbow tie-up, as Samoa Joe immediately goes in a belly-to-back position, going behind Seth Rollins as he hits him there with an elbow. And another one for good measure by the big man. And then a trifecta to close it out. As Seth Rollins, however, gets back up, gets right back to his feet. Those well-educated feet, however, as he was standing upon them a few moments ago, he instead gets brought down to the mat, and Samoa Joe stares down Seth Rollins. Okay, Seth Rollins, he can't be thinking about any losses. He's got to be coming into this matchup willing to fight, willing to win, needing that win, and just hopefully, just maybe, if he can somehow prove to the world that he needs this victory, then maybe he might have a slim chance of beating the big man Samoa Joe. Okay, Samoa Joe, he is not an unbeatable monster, but as you can see, he is a monster nonetheless, with his incredible power, but also his incredible agility, his incredible speed. Samoa Joe is an incredible competitor, and I know that I'm saying the word incredible quite a few too many times perhaps, but that's exactly, what you can describe Samoa Joe as, but you can also describe Seth Rollins in a very similar manner. Okay, when he's going, there's no one better than him in the world. Seth Rollins, he's one of the best wrestlers we have here in the WWE, but right now Samoa Joe is planting those knees right into the bridge of the nose, right into the face of Seth Rollins. Okay, Seth Rollins, as I was mentioning earlier, he's not really feeling himself lately. Okay, I hate to say it, but Seth Rollins, as far as I can tell, when he walks into the arena, he doesn't look to be as passionate as he perhaps once was. Instead, he seems to be walking in, trying to earn a paycheck. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a professional wrestler that wants the money, wants the fame. However, Seth Rollins, he's always felt like a very passionate competitor, and as you can see right now, that passion is perhaps fading. Following that loss against Adam Cole, or at least that seemed to be the trigger point to send off these negative emotions. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Okay, following that loss to Adam Cole, there's been an aura of negativity surrounding Seth Rollins, and Rollins now gets back to his feet following, those brutal kicks by Samoa Joe. The raw power, the punches of Samoa Joe being put on display here against a Seth Rollins who may not be 100% there, and he's trying to fight back. However, Samoa Joe, he's like a tank, ladies and gentlemen. The incredible power sending him across the ring. Wait a second. It's Seth Rollins now who strikes back with the punches right to the face of Samoa Joe. But Joe now, an expert striker in his own right, fighting back, sending him across the ring, charging toward him there. But I was a bit too slow for Seth Rollins. As now Rollins showing off his own raw power, hitting him with the suplex. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Seth Rollins in the black and gold, Samoa Joe in the black and blue trunks. These two men are brawling. These two men know that this is a dream match scenario for many. Okay? Big fans of the independent circuit, my God, would be clamoring for this matchup. And it seems as though we're getting it here to kick off SmackDown. However, Seth Rollins, he ain't looking so good in this matchup to kick off SmackDown, as Samoa Joe uses his raw power again, slamming him into the mat. And it seems as though he's going to be doing it once more, this time with a back suplex. And Samoa Joe now has just been absolutely dominating Seth Rollins thus far. And now, there you see, trying to wear down the neck with a bit of a neck crank here, just wrenching on the neck of Rollins. And Samoa Joe now using his immense size to crush Seth Rollins too. No, and only a 2 count. Trying to crush Seth Rollins like a pancake there. However, he flips out of that pinfall predicament, getting the shoulder up. But Samoa Joe, nonetheless, he still has full control of the matchup. As Rollins gets sent over the top rope here. However, this time Rollins finally gets a forearm strike in on Samoa Joe. Will this be Seth's chance to finally get some offense in? Oh my God. To finally get some offense in, I think not, as Samoa Joe with a brutal knee right to the chest. And now Joe, once again crushes Seth Rollins under his weight. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again, however, just barely getting the shoulder up that time. Okay, we've got an action-packed, filled episode of SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. However, Samoa Joe right now in full control of the action, full control of the ring, full control of Seth Rollins as he waits for him to get up before slamming him down with a suplex there, a reverse suplex as Rollins tries to get back to his own 2 feet. It's Samoa Joe who slams him down back on his midsection. And Joe now punches him in the face. And then turns it around, going for the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. And now Samoa Joe not done. This time with the kicks right to the face of Rollins. And Rollins, who has been completely dominated throughout the entire course of this matchup, needs to somehow find a way to dig down deep and to finally gain that passion once again, and needs to somehow finally get into this matchup. But it seems as though Samoa Joe making that absolutely impossible for Seth Rollins to do. Now he picks him up back to his own 2 feet here. Seth Rollins not looking too good. However, now perhaps using those educated feet to kick Samoa Joe there a few times. As he charges towards him again. Samoa Joe, however, catching him. Oh, German suplex. No, he's not done. Oh, we've seen this before by Samoa Joe. A trifecta, perhaps, of belly-to-back suplexes. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. And Rollins has been just unable to get in any offense throughout the entire course of the match. Okay, Samoa Joe is absolutely mauling Seth Rollins, and Rollins is trying to fight back, as you can see. However, there you see Samoa Joe, wait a second, turns him around. He turns him around, perhaps in position for something. But there you see, it's Seth Rollins now. Oh, wait a second, who turns him around and connects? Seth connects out of nowhere. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Ripcord knee strike out of nowhere. And perhaps that might be an opening. Okay, Seth has barely gotten any offense in throughout the entire course of the matchup, as now he waits for Samoa Joe to get back, to his feet, as he knocks him back down onto his knee. And Seth Rollins now sees this as an opportunity, maybe. Samoa Joe not looking too good as he is sent to the outside. And Rollins now sees this as an opportunity, charging towards Samoa Joe. Seth charges towards Joe, hitting him with the suicide dive, perhaps finally getting a chance to make a comeback here. Following the dive, goes for the cover now. 1, 2. No, and again only a 2 count. Samoa Joe once again pushing Seth Rollins off of him, getting out of the pinfall predicament. Only at a 2 count, however. Oh, as he kicks him there right in the back of the leg. Oh, and it takes him down. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count following a vicious full Nelson suplex. Another variation of the belly-to-back suplex again that Samoa Joe has just been dishing out throughout the entire course of this matchup. Oh, it's been very effective, you could say. However, Seth Rollins now goes to kick him in the gut. And now it's Samoa Joe, who charges towards him, gets taken down, however, this time, and then a kick right to the side of the head. And Rollins off the enziguri, perhaps sees this as an opportunity. Pulls him very slowly towards the middle of the ring, kicks him in the lower back. And Rollins now goes up to the middle turnbuckle. What does he have in mind as he connects? 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count off the middle rope moonsault. Slamming down hard onto Samoa Joe, yet it's Samoa Joe who once again kicks out at 2. And Seth Rollins now, following a horrible start to this matchup, perhaps seeing this as an opportunity, perhaps finally getting in some major offense on the big man, as now Rollins, once again shows off some raw power, this time with the Falcon Arrow. And now going for the cover again. 1, 2. Seth Rollins desperate to beat Samoa Joe, but Joe unable to give him a chance at victory. Unable to give him the 3 count as he slams him down. Samoa Joe taking him down with the Uranagi. And right now, Samoa Joe, once again, just like that, at a flip of a dime, is back in full control with a punch to the face, a punch to the jaw, but then a kick to the gut, and then another punch for good measure. And Samoa Joe, with those expertly timed punches, right to the face, right to the jaw of Seth Rollins, his adversary, his opponent tonight, as Joe sends Seth Rollins to the outside, and it looks like he's gonna join him as he connects! And there's that agility I was talking about earlier! Samoa Joe, for such a large athlete, for a man who typically relies on his raw power and size, he can also fly through the air like an eagle. And as you can see, he just soared through the sky, hitting him with a suicide dive. 1, 2. Is it over? No, it isn't. Samoa Joe hitting him with the dive. Powerbomb position. No, wait a second, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins turns it into another pinfall. 1, 2. No, and a kick out there. Rolling through. Trying to hit him with perhaps a roll-up pinfall victory. And yet Samoa Joe kicks out. And Seth now, he's feeling groggy. He's feeling woozy. He's feeling hurt. He's feeling tired. However, he must be, feeling the adrenaline, the momentum swinging towards him. The pendulum of momentum back on his side. As Joe now, gets the knees up. Joe gets the knees up following a frog splash attempt. And Rollins, now wait a second, gets taken down. He's got him in the clutch. He's got him in the clutch out of nowhere. He's got him in the clutch out of nowhere. And Samoa Joe taps out Seth Rollins. You can't deny the heart. You can't deny the incredible amount of skill that Seth Rollins has, especially after that matchup. Rollins just showed the world why he is one of the best. But Samoa Joe, in this dream match scenario, gets the job done, tapping out Seth Rollins. He went for the frog splash, and even though he would have connected perfectly otherwise, Samoa Joe got the knees up and then just drove them into the ribs of Seth Rollins, perhaps sucking the life out of him, before, of course, realizing the potential in the situation, hits him with the clutch and taps out Seth Rollins. It's been a horrible, horrible time for Seth lately, and Samoa Joe is riding high following that massive victory. However, ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned earlier, we've got a hot night of action to get through. There you see, EC3 and Cesaro are set for action. Okay, EC3, of course, a former WWE champion, a former Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Will he be able to beat the Swiss Superman, one half of the Bar? Later on tonight in singles competition, only one way to find out. However, that's not all. As the main event of the evening, there you see it. It's the New Day versus the Club. Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Luke Gallows versus Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. Of course, the New Day and the Club, Gallows and Anderson, are set to battle for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And now the question remains, before heading into that Tag Team title match on the next episode of SmackDown tonight, will the New Day be able to defeat their next challengers in the Club? Or will Luke Gallows alongside Finn Balor and AJ Styles gain some momentum in our main event of the evening? We're going to find out later on. However, right now it's time for some women's action as Lacey Evans is set to go one-on-one with Ember Moon. Now, of course, Lacey Evans lost to Candice LeRae a few episodes ago in a Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. It was Candice's first match here on SmackDown, and she pulled out all the stops to defeat Lacey Evans. Ember Moon, however, may have to pull out all the stops in her own right to defeat Lacey Evans, if she can even do it. Of course, these two have had their own history here on SmackDown, having a back-and-forth feud toward the tail end of last year. Ember Moon, after defeating Lacey Evans, used that momentum to go after the SmackDown Women's title, beating everybody in an Elimination Chamber match to go after Bayley. And what did she do? She went after Bayley and she beat Bayley. She held the SmackDown Women's title, if only for a few seconds, before, of course, Alexa Bliss cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase on Ember Moon. And then Ember Moon has been very pissed off ever since then. As we could tell by the last episode of SmackDown, Ember Moon attacked Alexa Bliss as Bliss was standing at ringside in support of Mickie James. However, right now, there is no Alexa Bliss. There's no Mickie James at ringside. And right now, it's time for some singles competition as Lacey Evans gets taken down with a a kick right out of the gate by Ember Moon, as Moon now, the former champion, charges towards Lacey Evans, and there you see Evans with a vicious forearm strike. No, there you see taunting Ember Moon, and Moon not having it, taking her down to her knees before a brutal kick to the face. Ember Moon, what a kick! Right to the face, and now she's not done. As now Moon, off the ropes, connects with a massive knee strike. Going for the cover here on Lacey Evans. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Following some devastating looking strikes here on SmackDown. As Ember Moon goes for a kick, Lacey Evans rolls out of the way. However, Ember Moon now ducks underneath the clothesline, and now these two women going back and forth, counter for counter, reversal for reversal. However, Ember Moon, charges towards her, and once again, it's Lacey Evans who counters, turns it into a roll-up pinfall predicament. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count, trying to sneak a victory here against her former rival, Ember Moon. As Moon now stares directly into the eyes of Lacey Evans, who charges towards her once again, and instead gets a kick, and another one for good measure. And, Ember Moon on fire here. And here with a flurry of kicks there, those educated feet to good use, perhaps. Ember Moon, not done, however, putting them to good use over and over again with the kicks right to the chest, right to the stomach of Lacey Evans, before the knees connect right to the face, right to the jaw, right to the bridge of the nose of Lacey Evans. And Ember Moon now feeling the momentum in the matchup. She's on fire here. Will she continue to burn down Lacey Evans? Charging towards her there. And Ember now sees this as an opportunity. Following the flipping clothesline, connecting beautifully. Will she connect with this? And she does! The Eclipse connecting. 1, 2, 3. And Ember Moon making very quick work of her former rival in Lacey Evans. Okay, Ember Moon proving why she is a top competitor here on SmackDown in the women's division, defeating Lacey Evans very quickly. And as Ember Moon celebrates the victory, wait just a second. Well, then, Alexa Bliss laying out a challenge that I'll admit was unexpected. Apparently, she has decided to create a quote Bliss Rules match. Wait just a second. I mean, told what the hell backstage? What the hell? Okay, after the news of Alexa Bliss, after the news of Alexa Bliss challenging Ember Moon to a match for the title, well, what the hell what the hell? We were supposed to cut away to Johnny Gargano backstage. Okay, we already had it prepped, but it seems as though backstage, Andrade seeing all this, deciding to attack the Intercontinental Champion who has a match in just a few moments. Well, after all the chaos, all the news that just broke a few moments ago, okay, Johnny Gargano, okay, still going through what he had to say, and what he had to say was, in my opinion, very impactful, saying that he absolutely needs this WWE title. He needs a win at Money in the Bank. Of course, Gargano, on the last episode of SmackDown, beat Ricochet in order to go on and fight Aleister Black for the WWE title. However, right now, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, this is a men's Money in the Bank qualifying match, and it's supposed to be Sin Cara, that man right there, versus Drew McIntyre. And after what we just saw, is Drew McIntyre even fit to compete? Okay, apparently he was just attacked backstage by Andrade Cien Almas with a steel chair wailing against his back. The arm trap DDT, is he even here? Is the Intercontinental Champion even here? And if so, what are the chances that the Intercontinental Champion is going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match? Oh, well. Okay, I guess my answer has been granted. Drew McIntyre, the Intercontinental Champion, okay, he's got his jacket on, he's ready to go, he's ready to make his entrance, he's ready for a fight, but I don't know if this is such a smart decision on McIntyre's behalf. Okay, Drew McIntyre, he's walking into a very similar scenario we saw a few episodes ago, in which Andrade Cien Almas attacked Drew McIntyre before his match against the leader of the club, Finn Balor, before Balor got a victory. Will Sin Cara repeat that history and beat Drew McIntyre following that immense beatdown by Andrade Cien Almas? Well, there's only one way to find out, ladies and gentlemen. There you see, he's the champion. He's the Intercontinental Champion for a reason. He's an incredible competitor. But we're going to find out if following that attack, he's even fit to compete. I don't even know if this is such a smart idea. As Sin Cara, oh wait a second, gets taken down immediately. McIntyre trying to get a quick victory here. And honestly, I wouldn't blame him following that assault, following that attack by Andrade Cien Almas. Okay, not only that, but before that, obviously, we heard of the news that Alexa Bliss has challenged Ember Moon to a Bliss Rules matchup in which there will be no disqualifications, no countouts. That is, of course, if your name is Alexa Bliss. And that's exactly the kind of matchup she wants. If Ember Moon, oh, hold on 1 second, 1-2. No, and only a 2 count there. If Ember Moon accepts, well then she could be getting a shot at the SmackDown Women's Champion. But under those circumstances, she'll be, of course, battling in an uphill battle to climb, of course. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm stuttering here. Okay, so much in only the past few moments has already happened. And the fact that Drew McIntyre is here is astonishing. 1, 2... No, and only a 2 count. The fact that Drew McIntyre is even battling is incredible. And honestly, he's doing a damn good job going after Sin Cara. Okay, those vicious strikes, the punches, the kicks by Drew McIntyre, the raw power, the heart and determination on display. However, right now, Sin Cara, who ever since leaving the Lucha Dragons, of course, near the tail end of last year, or halfway through last year, I should say, has completely altered not only his look, but his attitude, winning by any means necessary as he uses those ropes to his advantage. Charging towards Drew McIntyre, and now off the ropes, connecting with a running European uppercut. With McIntyre 1, 2, now planted on the ground, but he gets the shoulder up. He pushes Sin Cara off of him, as now he's trying to fight back here. Sin Cara, however, not even giving him a chance to land a single punch, hitting him with the DDT. And Sin Cara now on the offensive here in this match against McIntyre, who catches the kick as the Intercontinental Champion goes for a headbutt. But Sin Cara, the masked luchador, flying into the air, hitting him with a drop kick, and now again taunting Drew McIntyre. As Sin Cara with the belly to back position. Instead, however, McIntyre hits him in the back of the head. And now Sin Cara, there you see, still firmly beating the hell out of his opponent, beating the hell out of McIntyre, who charges towards him. Charging towards him with the clothesline, goes for another punch, but instead Sin Cara ducks the second one as well, and connects with a trifecta of kicks, going for the cover. 1, 2, no, and with every kick out, ladies and gentlemen, you have to applaud Drew McIntyre. The fact that he's still here, the fact that he's still fighting is incredible in this Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. Sin Cara, he desperately wants to join that Money in the Bank ladder match by any means necessary. Drew McIntyre, he wants the Intercontinental title to be represented, at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And Sin Cara now, following that attack, continues his own onslaught. And perhaps a bit of a shout out to Andrade Cien Almas, who has used those running double knees as a signature maneuver of his. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count again, with McIntyre again just barely kicking out. Yet it's Sin Cara now who stands over McIntyre. And the Scottish psychopath right now is not looking too good. As now, wait a second, McIntyre out of nowhere! Showing off his raw power, his strength, taking down Sin Cara, and perhaps this could be an opening. Wait a second, perhaps he could be calling for an ending. Perhaps he can survive the onslaught, or perhaps not! Charging towards him with the Claymore, and Sin Cara moves out of the way, and connects with the suplex stunner. 1, 2, 3, and Sin Cara beats Drew McIntyre, but you have to give the assist, of course, to Andrade Cien Almas. Sin Cara is now joining the likes of Kyle O'Reilly, Samoa Joe, and of course, his former Lucha Dragons member over on Monday Night Raw, Kalisto, in the Money in the Bank ladder match, a match that is shaping up to be a very interesting fight for all 6 competitors who will join that matchup. And there you see Sin Cara. As he celebrates the victory, he only has one man to thank. And that is the man who apparently wants the Intercontinental title, Andrade Cien Almas. Well, then. Okay, I guess it seems that in the last 20 minutes alone, we've already been handed so much information, okay? Alexa Bliss challenging Ember Moon to a Bliss Rules match. Andrade Cien Almas attacking Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins apparently deciding to take some time off for himself. I mean, you know what? If he is not fully there mentally, I 100% agree with him. Okay, he should take some time off. Okay, obviously your physical health is important, but ladies and gentlemen, not to turn this into a soapbox, but your mental health, also very important. But also, Roman Reigns has a match at Money in the Bank against The Fiend. Of course, we've seen The Fiend and Roman Reigns interact, which is one way to describe The Fiend absolutely decimating Roman Reigns on an episodely basis. However, right now, we're turning our attention over to some singles action, as Cesaro is set to take on the top 1% EC3. And as you can tell, Cesaro, one half of the bar, not coming out here with Sheamus. That's because Sheamus, following WrestleMania, is still very hurt from the latter match. Why does EC3 have a suit on? What? Heath Slater? Well, this was not a part of our regularly scheduled programming, for starters. This was meant to be a match between Cesaro and EC3, but it seems as though EC3 has found himself a new employee after the whole Jackson Riker debacle. Apparently, EC3 is now has now aligned himself with that man, Heath Slater. Okay, Heath Slater, of course, not an official member of the WWE roster, but it seems as though Heath Slater, nonetheless, he's here alongside EC3. Heath Slater is here, and as you can tell by the T-shirt, you can probably assume why he would accept to being the employee of EC3. Okay, it says it right there. I got kids in case it wasn't too on the nose for you. But it seems as though Heath Slater is now in this matchup. It's Heath Slater versus Cesaro. As EC3 watches on with his new employee, Heath Slater staring across at Cesaro, who is, I think, equally as confused as everybody else. Of course, EC3 did have a powerhouse of an employee, Jackson Riker, before, well, I guess you could say all of that. Oh! All of that folded as now, wait a second, Heath Slater, goes for a cover right out of the gate. Following a running forearm strike, going after Cesaro, who is clearly confused. Okay, I always have been a fan of Heath Slater, but you can't really say he's the greatest professional wrestler in the world. No, and only a 1 count there, following a roll-up attempt, trying to defeat one half of the bar. A former tag team champion in Cesaro, who stares across at Heath Slater, and it seems as though he's done wasting time. Cesaro, he's called the Swiss Superman for a reason. And you're seeing it there, flying through the air, hitting him with a destructive, European uppercut. And now a German, 2. No, and only a 2 count. As Heath Slater gets taken down, EC3 watches on as his employee is starting to try and get back up to his feet. And he does. As now, wait a second, Heath Slater reverses. It takes him down with a backwards DDT. And Heath Slater perhaps trying to fight back here against Cesaro. Okay, EC3 now watches on as Heath, again, keeps taunting the crowd, too focused on his relationship with the audience, perhaps. Should be focusing more on Cesaro. You should be taking that man very seriously, as Cesaro is looking to show Heath Slater, as Slater now gets taken down by Cesaro. And as I was gonna say during EC3's entrance, ladies and gentlemen, before he interrupted me with, well, this announcement, as you may notice, Sheamus is nowhere, at ringside, nowhere near this matchup, and that's because Sheamus is still at home following the terrifying fall at WrestleMania during that triple threat ladder match where he went off the top of a ladder from inside the ring through a table on the floor. It was an incredible moment, but it, well, obviously left Sheamus in a lot of pain as he's a very damaged competitor here tonight. Okay, sitting at home, I can only assume watching on as Cesaro won. No, only a 1 count there, following a few strikes by Heath Slater as Cesaro kicks out. And Cesaro battles against Slater, who, gets a forearm strike, and then a punch, and a few more for good measure, as Cesaro connects! Launching him into the air out of nowhere with the European uppercut. There's a reason why in his independent career they called that Swiss Death, and you're seeing it there. It's an incredible maneuver. However, Heath Slater, he still gets pecked to his feet nonetheless, trying to fight back. Cesaro, however, not done fighting as he sends him into the corner, crashing down. Goes Heath Slater, and Cesaro looks to continue the momentum here tonight on SmackDown. Wait a second, EC3! EC3! Going after Cesaro, what the hell? Well, the bell has rung. The bell has rung as EC3 takes down Cesaro. The bell has rung. Okay, this was absolutely uncalled for. Heath Slater gets back to his feet. And EC3, I guess, giving Cesaro the victory, the disqualification victory, but it seems as though it doesn't matter. As EC3 hits Cesaro with the 1%, and Heath Slater hits him with the elevated DDT. And it seems as though this new duo of EC3 and Heath Slater have just left Cesaro in a heap in the middle of the ring. However, ladies and gentlemen, as Cesaro looks up at the lights, following, I guess you could say, a successful victory, I want to turn your attention to what's going to be happening on the next episode of SmackDown. Okay, I just mentioned Sheamus is still hurt following that terrifying fall at WrestleMania, but he will be here on the next episode of SmackDown in a Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. It's gonna be Sheamus who makes his big and triumphant return against Ricochet, but that's not all, as the SmackDown Tag Team titles will be on the line. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are set to take on Big E and Xavier Woods for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It's the go-home show to Money in the Bank, and it should be a hell of a fun one. However, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into our main event of the evening, which features members of the New Day and members of the Club. As the New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods are looking to battle in 6-man tag team action against Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and AJ Styles. Okay, I've been told Carl Anderson has decided to stay home, has decided to rest up, has decided to train a little bit more, getting ready for their SmackDown Tag Team title match. Of course, Carl Anderson will be accompanying Luke Gallows in that tag team contest. However, Luke Gallows, he is here tonight, and he will be competing alongside Balor and AJ in what should be an incredible 6-man tag team matchup. It's the main event of the evening. Which faction will be going into the SmackDown Tag Team title matchup with that big boost of momentum? We're going to find out in just a few moments, as Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston wait very patiently for the for the club. What the hell? What? That doesn't look like AJ Styles. I'm sorry, I was being told that AJ was competing in Anderson's place, but where the hell is AJ? Where the hell is AJ Styles, who should be in this main event? Finn Balor, the leader of the club, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. They're here, but AJ Styles is nowhere to be seen, as the New Day also look fairly confused. I mean, we've already gone through some confusion over the past few moments with Heath Slater being introduced, but the bell has rung and Carl Anderson is kicking off the match. What the hell is going on? It's Xavier Woods, who looks very confused. He still thinks it's a match, and it is a 6-man tag team match, so it's happening as Anderson, gets a kick to the gut by Xavier Woods, and it seems as though, no matter what, the action commences here in this main event of the evening, as there you see Xavier Woods ducking underneath and connecting with a thunderous super kick. As now there you see Xavier Woods riding high here off of that destructive looking super kick right to the jaw of Carl Anderson, the man who wasn't even meant to be in this matchup. As Xavier Woods connects with the back elbow, charging towards him. Carl Anderson moves out of the way, however, and he, goes to connect with a back suplex. However, there you see Xavier Woods charges off the ropes, but Anderson nonetheless connects with the backbreaker. And, wait a second, I'm actually being told right now that apparently something happened on Twitter? I guess AJ Styles has apparently tweeted something out here. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick as Xavier Woods and Carl Anderson are continuing to fight here in this 6-man tag team match. Anderson tagging in Luke Gallows. Okay, here we go, AJ Styles. I have the tweet pulled up here. It says, and I quote AJ Styles, "Even though I was scheduled to compete alongside Finn Balor and Luke Gallows," there you see Luke Gallows launches Xavier Woods into the air. Even though I was scheduled to compete alongside Finn Balor and Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson asked me if he could enter the match in my place to help put those, and again I'm quoting him here, those pancake punks in their place. And of course, why would I deny Carl a chance at some fun? Go nuts, good brother. And it seems as though Anderson is, as Anderson alongside Gallows just rain in the punches there on Xavier Woods, and Woods gets taken down, and well, there you have it, AJ Styles giving Carl Anderson the chance to dish out some punishment here against the New Day with a super kick. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Okay, well Carl Anderson balling a super kick. Getting a close look at Big E and Kofi Kingston. Okay, I was prepped and ready to talk about AJ Styles in this role, but it seems though Carl Anderson is the man filling in, and perhaps that could do something psychologically to Xavier Woods and Big E, and of course Kofi Kingston, as the New Day have to deal with this completely altered team. They were expecting AJ Styles, but instead they got Carl Anderson, who of course, alongside Luke Gallows, has proven to be a dominant duo as the leader of the club. Finn Balor flies off the ropes, connecting there as Carl Anderson connects with a few punches to Big E and Kofi Kingston, taking them off the apron. And Anderson now picks up Xavier Woods. And now goes for the cover there. Woods now looking too good. 2, no, and only a 2 count. Okay, Xavier Woods, he hasn't been able to make a single tag out throughout the entire course of this matchup, and it shows as Woods just lays there like a heap in the middle of the ring. Finn Balor, the leader of the club, staring down at Xavier Woods, who waits for him to get up, and there you see Woods, who does get up. gets met with a forearm and then a kick by Finn Balor, who had him in the fireman's carry position and now is in a dominant position over Xavier Woods. As Woods gets back to his feet before getting caught with the back suplex. And now the leader of the club, oh, there you see, getting a good look at Big E. Getting a good look at Big E, who apparently is sick of all the cheap shots and sick of all the smack talk. As Xavier Woods there tags in Kofi Kingston, and Big E has had enough here. Big E has had enough, and Finn Balor now, gets slammed down. And there you see Kofi Kingston and Big E teaming up on Finn Balor on the outside. Kofi Kingston sends him back into the ring. Kofi Kingston, now the legal man. Xavier Woods being granted an opportunity to be tagged in here. Okay, to finally, however, get a chance to take a breath. Kofi Kingston tagged in, ladies and gentlemen. As he tags him there with a massive forearm. And then a dive back into the ring. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Springboard dive onto the leader of the club. And Finn Balor gets the shoulder up. As there you see Gallows and Anderson now, both wanting to make the tag. Both realizing that Finn Balor is in a very bad way. And Kofi Kingston not giving him a chance to gain in any offense, let alone heal. And you gotta think whoever AJ Styles is, he's watching this one very closely, hoping that he did not make the wrong choice by getting replaced by Carl Anderson as Finn Balor connects with the lifting backwards DDT. And now there you see Anderson gets tagged back in. And now it's Carl who looks down at Kofi. And now it seems as though he's deciding to dish out some more punishment with the punches, with the strikes, and then a disrespectful slap to the face. And now Kofi Kingston gets picked up back to his feet before being sent face first into the turnbuckle. But now there you see Kofi Kingston trying to fight back, sends him across the ring to the New Day's corner, seeing this as an opportunity perhaps with a few kicks by Kofi Kingston. And now Kofi once again tags in Xavier Woods. Big E watches as, Xavier Woods with a drop kick right on the chest, perhaps even on the throat. And Big E gets tagged in, and the big man now in hot pursuit, going after Finn Balor. And now going after Luke Gallows with a punch to the face. As there you see Carl Anderson gets back to his feet. However, Big E using his own feet to kick him in the back of the leg before using that raw power again. And then sends Luke Gallows not only back into the ring, but he lands hard onto Carl Anderson, who is now back on his feet, and now he picks him up for a spine buster. And Anderson there, just like that, with the universal sign of the club, the Too Sweet gesture. Following a devastating spine buster, taking down the big man, taking down Big E, a former challenger to the WWE title. A title that Big E perhaps wants to turn his attention back towards as he continues to hold the SmackDown Tag Team titles alongside, of course, his fellow New Day members. However, right now, Carl Anderson sends Big E into the corner with a European uppercut. And Anderson now sees this as an opportunity. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. And Anderson now looks down at Big E, waits for him to get up. Carl now dragging the big man over. And I've got to say, throughout the entire course of this matchup, maybe it's the fact that AJ Styles was replaced by Carl Anderson. And then, of course, changing the strategy of the New Day. Maybe it's due to the incredible skill of each individual member of the club. However, the club have absolutely dominated this entire matchup. Sure, I'll admit, the New Day have gotten in some offense, but Anderson, Gallows, and Balor have been impeccable here tonight in their quest to win this main event, sending him shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. Oh, and then a kick, and another one for good measure. And Carl Anderson now with a trifecta of kicks right to the stomach, right to the chest of Big E. Oh, before making the tag to Finn Balor. As the leader of the club stares down at Big E. Balor, he's thinking about what to do here. He's got him in the corner again, and the beatdown commences once more, but it seems as though Big E is sick and tired of it, sending him towards the corner as he bounces off into a brutal German suplex. And Big E now feeling the adrenaline, feeling the energy, feeling this as his moment to switch, to turn the pendulum of momentum back into the New Day's way. However, Finn Balor nonetheless still fighting back as he chops him in the big chest of Big E. Oh, before a drop kick there into the corner. Connecting, and now, oh, well, what the hell? Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows now. Anderson and Gallows now, wait a second. Going after Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And it seems as though all hell is broken loose. Gallows and Anderson have decided to go after Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston on the outside. Big E and Balor battling inside the ring. And it seems as though now the fight commences. The fight continues on. And Finn now, oh, gets an elbow right to the knee. And now here we go back and forth from all 6 members of this matchup. With, oh, Carl Anderson connecting with another brutal spinebuster, this time to Xavier Woods, as Kofi Kingston and Luke Gallows are battling on the ramp. And Finn Balor now has Big E here tonight, sending him towards the club corner as Xavier Woods is down. And now Anderson makes the tag and connects there. Samoan drop neckbreaker combo connecting 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count again. As Big E is not looking too good. It's Kofi Kingston now trying to battle back here against Big LG. Luke Gallows, who gets a trouble in paradise on the top of the ramp. Gallows gets a trouble in paradise as Finn Balor, who is no longer the legal man, goes after Xavier Woods on the outside by the announce table. Kofi Kingston makes his way down the ramp. Big E, oh, trying to fight back with the belly to belly. All hell is broken loose. Chaos, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, reigns over SmackDown in this main event. Big E hyping himself up. He's fired up as Gallows is down on the top of the ramp. And Balor and Woods battle on the outside, and he connects. He connects with the 8 defeat. And now he could, oh, be eating defeat all right, as Carl Anderson gets taken down there. 1, 2, 3, and with a midnight hour, the New Day get the job done. What an absolutely chaotic ending to this massive SmackDown episode. Carl Anderson being the replacement, for AJ Styles, and yet it was Carl Anderson who was pinned by Kofi Kingston following a midnight hour, the big ending, leaping attack combination. As now there you see them, the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods get the job done. And if Big E and Xavier Woods, ladies and gentlemen, can repeat this massive victory on the next episode of SmackDown, well, then they will retain those tag team titles. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode of SmackDown, and we'll see you next time.